Hi, everybody. Welcome to Game Prod Pod. We're going to be talking games industry hot topic, and we're chatting about work-life balance and crunch culture. Then we're going to play a quick game of True or Flase. Will our intrepid producers find the pig at the disco that is the fake game that I completely made up? Then we'll round it all off by trying to name the episode. And that's it for this fortnight's episode. There we go. Lovely stuff. Welcome.
I was in Glasgow this weekend.
Were you?
Yeah, I went home to see my mum and to introduce her to the new fella. So that was nice.
Ooh.
Haven't introduced us to the new fella.
Yeah, why haven't you introduced us to the new fella?
I mean, you weren't in Glasgow. That's why. You were in
so
Greece.
you've got to go to Glasgow. Right.
Well, you could send him the link to this podcast recording.
Yeah, tell him to like and subscribe.
He does. He listens.
Nice.
Does he?
Yeah.
Hello, Mr. Tash.
Hello. Hi, Mr. Tash.
I was going to go with Mrs. Tash.
Mrs. Tash. I
Wow.
mean, hey, 50-50.
Why not? Yeah, give it a go.
Ooh.
So dish the tea. What's happening?
So we went to Glasgow, met my mum, all went well, met my friends, went around a couple of my old haunts.
Pass the test.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he
Nice.
definitely passed the test. He is a very
Alright.
charming person, there was never any
Good.
doubt.
Okay.
He is very socially, very charismatic, and he can just tailor any situation. It's really great. So it means that I don't have to do it, he does. Oh, it was really, really
Sounds
good.
good.
And I showed him some of my old haunts.
Yeah. So you used to be a ghost?
Yep. Yeah.
Or you still are a ghost?
Yeah, I am the ominous ghost that lingers.
Are they haunts or dives? That's the question.
Yeah.
It's Glasgow, so I think
Yeah.
probably
Haunts
dives.
is probably better.
Yeah.
Haunts is better.
Sticky floor.
Well, we do. Like, Glasgow does have a pub called Nice and Sleazy's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classy place.
And sleazy. No, we went to a bar called Slouch. It's somewhere that I used to drink when I was younger. It was really nice, really chill. The music was good. Stuff that I recognised, because, apparently over 35, I didn't recognise all the new stuff coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I found some other bars. Like, oh yeah, I used to drink here and here. We need to go back to these places. But Glasgow is just, there are pubs everywhere. And there's a really nice place, like a beer garden called Sloan's. Beer hall, beer garden type idea. And then there's one called Tabac that do a really nice drink called Panther Milk, which is like a White Russian, but not. But it's made in Glasgow. It's like
Wow.
specifically Glaswegian. Picked up a bottle of some Glaswegian gin. So Glaswegian gin.
Glaswegian.
Nice. Like
Mhm.
that.
So bottled and distilled and made in Glasgow. So got a bottle of that. So yeah, it was a really nice trip. Flying visit. Just went Friday night, came back on the Sunday. Really good.
Nice. Yeah, it's a wild night out in Glasgow.
Oh, it is.
Been there a few times.
We went and done
Something I've
karaoke in a wee
heard.
old man pub, and it was fabulous.
Yeah, it's bad. You can go to the
Right.
most calm-looking place. It's still mad.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, it was really
Aw.
good.
The games industry hot topic. We discuss the hot topic of the day: AI, unemployment, sexism, etc., and try and find a new angle on it. Today, we're going to be talking about work-life balance and crunch culture. What is it? Is it a force for good in the industry? Has it seen its day and is on the way out as a broad culture within games? Tash, Luke, what are your thoughts?
We dislike crunch.
Or do we? Or do we?
No, I
Or do we?
dislike it.
Or do
Devil's
we?
avocado.
So I think that when there are deadlines and when there are big milestones to hit, if the team are dedicated and really love what they're doing and want to be part of it and like really committed to it, they will offer to work overtime. They won't go to the point where they're being forced down the road where it used to be in the sort of early 2000s, 90s.
So
etc.
you've gone from forcing them to what I can only think of like really sneaky, like if you're really passionate about this, you will offer to work in your spare time and your weekends and your evenings.
But people
Only
do.
if you're really passionate about the industry,
But
though, right?
But it's not necessarily that people are asking that. They're not saying that.
No,
So
but that's
it's that
really insidious.
But it's
You're
that they
just
know
kinda
there's a deadline
hoping.
there. But it's also what other industries do as well. So there's,
No, it
there's-
doesn't matter. It's not doesn't mean it's good just because others do it. Doesn't make it good. If they jumped off a bridge, would you
But
as
if-
well?
it depends what's at the bottom of the bridge.
Depends. Yeah, I was going to say that does depend.
Mm.
Does it look fun?
Yeah. Am I attached to a bungee
Fun.
cord? But what I'm saying is that if you love what you do and you're really passionate about what you do, and you're with people that you consider your friends and stuff, and you're working together, having fun and stuff, a lot of people spend a lot of time at work and working on things that are creative, something they're working on that they're hugely passionate about. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
we've got to hit that deadline. We want to hit that deadline. No
Mm.
one's asking us to. Sometimes, as a producer, I've seen that and gone, guys, you can't be putting this many hours in because you burn yourselves out. Get home and put the effort in tomorrow. But you often see people that are really passionate about finishing something stick about. That's not
Yeah.
technically crunch. I know crunch is more when you sort of everyone has to work. We've got a milestone, you have to hit it. It's in your contract to work overtime unpaid. Yeah, that's different. That's how we were.
Well,
Yeah, I think
let's
there's
go on, Tash. Sorry.
there's a couple of gray areas there,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Really passionate, really up for what you want to do, and you want to do these things and finish the work. Great. That's on you. We've always told you don't do it. Don't do crunch, don't put in you'll burn out. That's absolutely correct. However, when you phrase it in the frame of mind of if you really love something, you'll put in the hours, you're no better than the person saying, we have a headline to hit, get it done. That's no better. What you should be doing is striving for a balance and encouraging people that you might be passionate about this, you might want to do it, but do take a break from the computer, go enjoy your life. You have a life outside of this. If you are hitting crunch, you're having to hit deadlines, then that is a result of poor planning, it's not being able to cut back your scope, looking at scope creep, and not really having a stable model for your project plan or whatever you're trying to do. That really highlights deeper root issues. But you shouldn't be encouraging crunch and saying sentences such as, if you're super passionate and you love what you do, you'll do this so we can hit the
That's
deadline.
not
We're hoping for it.
that's not me saying that to those
No,
people.
I know. I'm just saying the
That's
way that came across is how that
mm.
came across. Like that is
No, no,
a
no.
really insipid way of insinuating that.
No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. No, that
Well,
wouldn't be
let's
me
just take
saying.
a step back for a second because I'd like to define what we mean by these different terms. So, overtime is one thing. Crunch is, as you referenced earlier, Luke, crunch is an entirely different thing. It's
Mm,
almost like you've almost got this kind of like spectrum of, okay, I put in an extra hour or two one day this week because I was in a
mm,
flow state. I was
yeah.
absolutely and I just felt like I was so close to the solution that it was worth me putting in a little extra time. And you know what, I
That's
rocked up the
healthy.
next day like a couple of hours later just to kind of compensate for it. Like
Hmm.
that's a very healthy balance. But then you've got all the way up to and including essentially what boils down to a, a sort of enforced months long 60 to 100-hour weeks to try to, like you were
Mm,
saying, Tash, hit some kind of deadline, whatever it may be. So there's always going to be nuance. There's always going to be times where you can look at it objectively and go, is this needed? Is this important? And
mm,
ultimately, is this short lived? And there's going to be genuine cultural issues that are, if not introduced by leadership, are absolutely allowed by the leadership to manifest.
mm.
So where's the line?
Yeah, it's a thin line and it's a tricky line.
Mm.
Um,
Yeah.
like I say, it comes down to that level of healthiness of working a few hours overtime here and there to hit deadlines, working together, like everyone's in it together type feeling. They like that. Teams typically like that. Like we're all working towards a big release together, and it's a big push. And I think that's healthy. And some of the greatest games out there have had a heavy push at the end, but not like the crunch like it used to be in the 2000s and stuff, where it was like everyone's working till midnight and we're going to keep working overtime until yada yada. And that was very unhealthy. And me and you went through that, Matt, back in the day with testing as well. No doubt
We did,
Tash has
but
been through it as well. Yeah.
Overtime and crunch. No,
Crunch. Yeah.
I refuse.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
No,
So,
I 100% refuse.
mm,
I don't. No.
mm,
I think at one point there was one of my previous studios, long time ago, said that you need to come in a Saturday because the team are doing overtime. It's like, for what? And it was like that is the only time I ever done it because it was a contractor and I needed the cash.
mm,
After that, nah, no, because I have a life outside this. I have friends I want to go see. I have plans. I have training. I have competitions. And trust me, you want me to go do my trainings for my mental health and your safety.
mm.
Do not interfere with my personal life. My working hours are my working hours. If it doesn't get done between then, it can either wait tomorrow. We have to reassess scope creep during working hours.
Mhm.
100% no.
Yeah, it's
And
almost like it
I
was
don't encourage my
expected.
team to do it either. It's like,
Mm.
do your work, go home. If I need to reduce the scope, then we reduce the scope. I need to consider what's going into the release and actually assess whether this is needed or 100% like, nah.
That's good. I mean, it's interesting because the times that Luke was talking about there are like a very long time ago, and I was a lot younger,
Yeah.
and
Mm.
had the energy to
Mm.
do things like that.
Yeah.
Whereas these days,
And it
I'd
was
be very
fun,
much more like
wasn't it?
that,
Yeah.
Tash. I mean, it
Yeah.
was actually quite a laugh
Mm.
hanging
Yeah.
out, because like the line between, certainly for us, like the people that we were working with back then, the line between work and social life was very blurred.
It was. Yeah.
We absolutely hung out like after
Mm.
work all the time
Yeah.
and in work. So it was a very different situation. What
Mhm.
I'm liking about the games industry at the moment is that it is becoming less and less in terms of companies enforcing overtime, because people can talk openly and freely about whether it's happening on a particular project or not.
Mm.
There's various examples of overtime leading to some excellent games. Red Dead Redemption 2
Yeah.
is one,
Yeah.
where crunch like happened for a very long time.
Yeah. GTA would be the same.
But the reaction to that was overwhelmingly negative. That like, A, great game, but B, don't do overtime. That's
You killed
ridiculous.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, like but Cyberpunk 2077, like vast amounts of overtime went into that, and it was absolutely fucked on launch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
The
so bored. They should have just waited, right? Like legit, just wait, release something that's functional.
Or go back to what you said earlier. Cut back on features and polish the
Yeah.
features you've got. If you
Yeah.
cut
Make
back
sure
on
what you're
features,
throwing out actually works
yeah,
as
you
well.
can. The less features you have, the more you can polish them. If you try and
Mhm.
stretch it out and have lots of features,
Well,
they're all
this
going to be
is
ropey.
it, right? Like, so you can say here, right? So, for example, big games, AAA, like your Red Dead, your GTA, right? In Powerful, you say, okay, that's fine. You encouraged overtime, you've done this. Lessons like give yourself a longer project time, a longer roadmap. This does not mean increase the amount of features. We're literally increasing this to cope with what we're doing. This does not mean add more, but that is quite often what happens, that people add more because, well, we've got time, we can do this and we can do that.
Yeah,
And it's
we're
like,
ahead of
no,
time. Let's
no,
not stop overtime. Yeah.
no, that's not
Mm.
how this works.
No, you're right.
Stop
You're
it.
completely right.
Behave yourselves.
I guess
The-
I guess where it's gone now is that going back to what you talked about there, Matt, where we were socializing, so we'd work extra hours, we'd socialize, and after work we'd often go for a beer, even if it was still late. Like, and there's a lot of people still doing that, like, and some of the younger generation, because they maybe not have kids yet and stuff like that, and they're a bit more free. The people they work with are the people they hang out with, and it's a real social thing. And when they go to the pub, they talk about the problems they're working on in work, and they talk about how to fix things. They're designing things together, and then when they do it the next day, so it's kind of organic in some ways. I know I've said that word a couple of times tonight, but it's kind of like that, and that's what happens. I think that's healthy, but it's not healthy for a long time. It's not something you can
No.
keep to and stick to.
I've
For passion, right?
the whole drinking outside of work and socializing outside of work. It's a
Forget the
strange
drinking,
one.
think socializing.
Well, socializing, right? So I socialized with my old team in Ubisoft outside of work. We would go rock climbing and dinner and stuff together, but there was a clear division of work and actually having mates in there, which we still keep in touch to this day. The drinking outside of work with your co-workers, I feel, is just that there's no separation there. You're literally just drinking or your sorrows or commiserating with the work and overtime in the same place. There's no separation there, so it still feels like you're on the clock. And there have been times where I've done that and I've just come along like, I feel so exhausted because I haven't stepped away. The conversations are always still about work. You're not doing anything else but drinking. So how does that separate it?
Well, the good news is that alcohol is far less popular than it used to be. So the socializing in the games industry now is they might go to the pub, but it'll be one pint as they play board games together, one pint as they do a quiz night, one pint as they have long conversations and stuff, or they might not even go to the pub. They
I
might
think
go
our
to bed.
worlds must be different. I don't see board games, quiz nights. I see loads of pints being consumed, but
But yeah,
I don't see anything else.
in the areas and teams I've been to recently, there's a lot of socializing that's not about getting drunk.
There was, I think, 20 24, 23, 24 years ago, there was nothing else to do apart from drink.
Glasgow. I hear you. Yes.
Yeah. But it's also like it's not cool to get drunk anymore, and it's very expensive to get drunk.
It
as
is.
well.
I think that's the thing. Like, it's what, £6 a pint.
It's crazy. Yeah.
So you
If you're
have
lucky,
what?
Yeah.
Like 10
Yeah,
drinks in, you
so-
spend like 70 quid, maybe.
So not only is
80?
it's not cool,
not
it's
cheap.
unhealthy, and it's not cheap. So why wouldn't you just
Drown your sorrows, commiserate. I don't know. Some
chat-
people just
chat
like
with
you
people?
said. Yeah.
So, but going back to the point, I think
Anyway,
a lot
yeah.
of people bring in that social element into working overtime with people, and
It's not compensation. That's not right. Like, so we've kind of touched on it before, but like the compensation for overtime and crunch doesn't line up with what you're asking. You want other people to get to your deadline working till midnight. Like, what is your compensation? Are you going to get time back in lieu? Are you going to get a pay rise? Are you going to get double time? Oh, pizza, a beer? Sure.
yeah. So
How does that equate?
yeah. So back in my time at EA, one of my jobs was to encourage people to work overtime, and we would get buffet food in. We'd get quite good buffet food in, and you'd turn up and you'd queue up and you'd have a plate and you'd get good food, and that would be one of the selling points. We're going to get good food. We're not just getting shitty pizza. So it was like we're all in it. The developers are sticking about, so the QA you have to stick about as well, because you got to retest the things that they're fixing and stuff like that. We really want to get these numbers down to 0. We've got 500 bugs now. Let's see if we can get it down to 400. And I'm sort of selling them, and I feel dirty. I feel grubby doing it. It feels wrong. But it was still my job to do that, and we did have fun doing it. But there was 20% of me that just felt wrong, like I'm convincing people to burn themselves a little bit. And they ended up getting like some days in lieu. So they get some free holiday days, but they didn't get paid extra. It was like when we finish the milestone, everyone gets 2 days off. Okay, cool.
Is that it?
Something like that.
For all that overtime and all that effort, that was it.
Yeah. It'll be things like that. Yeah. And it was grubby.
I mean,
it was wrong. But we hit some big deadlines and the games were fairly good.
That
doesn't justify it at all. Doesn't justify it at all. No.
EA was at the heart of overtime and crunch, becoming something that people, it used to be just the games industry kind of knew about it, and we all just accepted the fact that it was a thing, and we just go on with it. But it was the sort of EA spouse, the letter that they wrote, and published, essentially, that started to shine a spotlight on this. And I do think that was instrumental in the culture starting to change. There's other, examples of people starting to highlight that. And that, in the social media age, that is easier and easier to do, to go, actually, we're all burnt out because of the overtime. And it's, if it has to happen at all, it has to be monitored incredibly carefully. It has to be for incredibly short periods of time, because ultimately it doesn't actually work. It introduced, I did my podcast voice. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
It doesn't actually.
It doesn't actually work. I think that's, I don't know, like, let us know if you find that irritating or not.
No, I like it. I like it. I like it. It was an observation. It wasn't a criticism.
This is an open call to anyone watching, listening, or a combination of the two. The point is that overtime doesn't work. Like, that all of the evidence points to the fact that, like, it introduces more issues than it actually fixes. So you put these extra hours in to try to solve problems that were introduced much earlier in the process, and all you do at that point is introduce more and more issues. It's the equivalent of, like, your car breaking down and you trying to fix it by finding the biggest wrench that you can and repeatedly hitting yourself in the fucking nuts with it. It doesn't, it's the absolute antithesis of a solution to a problem that you have introduced.
You just triggered a reminder for me there, Matt. I remember over the years, I've seen that people justify working overtime or working crunch because it took 3 weeks to sign a contract. They're like, but hang on, it still took 3 weeks to sign the contract. Timelines move to when you sign the contract. We're already 3 weeks behind. No, you're not. No, you're not. We start at the start.
Yeah.
No, we're 3 weeks behind. No.
Yeah, we started at the start, but the contract took 3 weeks, which now means the start has moved, which means that we're now 3 weeks
You're
behind.
now behind, yeah.
Yeah. It's just like,
Christ
so we're going to be on the
almighty.
back foot for an entire project. Awesome. That's a great feeling. Really good anxiety for the entire team and me as the project manager
It's like
producer.
you're not going to breed animosity or resentment at all. Nah, not at all.
No.
That happens
You're
so
not going to
often,
damage
that conversation.
the various different kinds of health of the people that you are supposed to be
Yeah.
looking after, who are in your charge ultimately.
Many health problems that people have come away with, like so many anxiety, stress, and health related issues due to crunch, overtime. It's insane.
And unnecessary stress. And then a lot of time features change and things get cut and bugs get waves. You're like, I've put all that effort into that thing, and you're just nuking it.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the there's a lot of studios moving to a 4-day week that have been pretty successful. Like, what do you guys think about that as a potential
4-day work week.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on. Give me a 3-day work week if you can.
Yeah, I need a 4-day weekend. That's the plan for me. Yeah.
Do you know what? 100% support the 4-day. I am nowhere near 4 days, and I have 1 day to do life admin, do GP, like just some life admin where people are open when I am not having to work. Amazing. Give me that 3-day week. Give me a 4-day work week. That'll be great.
I would argue that we don't even have 7 days as a week. We make up whatever weeks we want.
I'm not sure how that would work, but legit, like you could be so much more productive in 3 days than you can in 5. Because you're sitting there, by the time you get to Wednesday, you're so done. Thursday, Friday, you're so dead. It's like, why are we still here? Why are we not? You're ready for the weekend.
We should just have weekdays that are called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we work 5 days and then 5 days off.
I think you can still do 5 on, 5 off if you just had Monday,
5 on,
Tuesday,
5 off.
Wednesday.
I don't want to call them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think that's got a bad stigma. Let's just get rid of the names. Just get rid of the names completely. Don't need it. Make up new names. Ask AI to give me new names for the days of the week. Don't need it. It's great. We're so tied down with what we believe is fact. No, it's not. These are just made up names.
I mean, I know I do remember like Wednesday's named after Odin, like Odin's Day.
Yeah.
Thursday's named after Thor. Like, so they're just, I mean, these are all just fucking, everything's made up anyway. Just change it. It's fine.
Yeah. Just like countries, right? They're just bits of land. They're just names.
Exactly. Borders were sort of just, I mean, you know, England, like to a certain extent, you know, but borders are all just made up anyway, and England is to blame for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like we've drifted somewhat from the topic, which, as far as I'm concerned, means that I'm ready to bin this off. But go on, Tash. Closing thoughts, Tash.
I promote the 4-day work week. I absolutely promote it. There's so many benefits to having a 4-day work week. Your people will be far more productive because they have an extra day. They'll be happy to have the day to spend with what children, doing their admin. Embrace it. Like, we're not designed to be your workhorses. We're designed
I like the idea of a 4-day work week. And what we should do is we should crunch for all 4 days as well. I think that's really important.
Oh, look, you had to really.
Now close the topic.
I was just close to telling you to shove off.
I'm with Luke.
Yeah.
4 days, but 4 days, 12-hour shift.
Let's crunch. Everyone works double time because we're working 4 days.
It's 4 days on, 1 day off, 4 days on. There's your 4-day working week.
I could crunch, but what I'd be crunching is your body into a ball.
Just crunching my head into your pocket.
Yeah. Come see me after my championship.
Yeah.
Good luck.
So
that's all right. Fantastic. Closing thoughts on overtime, crunch, etc. Anybody? Tash, Luke, what do you think?
It's not necessary. It's not needed. It's detrimental to health. You might get good quality at the end of it, but it doesn't justify how you get there. Better planning doesn't mean shove more features in. Work on what you've got, make it robust, make it good quality, properly assess your scale and scope, take a slower approach to releases. Appreciate that there'll be things that you can't move out, but make it somehow fit. If you have to reduce your scope down your releases to make something better, then do so. But forcing crunch only affects your team worse.
Agree. And if you are doing overtime, it should be healthy overtime that's optional, volunteered.
Yeah, lovely stuff. And on that note, actually, there's a very good clip of you talking about backwards planning that is available on all of our social medias, wherever they may be. Lovely
you can
stuff.
See it up
all
here, right? Up here.
Yeah.
See it up there.
I'll put a graphic in somewhere.
Up there. I can't
here.
get my hand where your head is, Matt, but that'd be where it is.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. True or Flase, 3 games. 2 are real. 1 is fake. Currently the reigning champion. Are you? I will make sure that we do the play along in the YouTube channel. So if you do want to play along, go to the YouTube channel, which I think is at GameProdPod, and yeah, play along. True or Flase? Game number 1. Tash, Luke, are you ready?
No.
Have we not done with this part of the show already?
It's a great start.
I will brook no
Yay.
dissent as far as this segment is concerned. It is the best.
I demand a
All right,
recount.
get on with it then.
This is the only reason Matt does the podcast.
I know,
It's pretty
right?
much the only reason I do the
This is
podcast.
it.
Yeah.
Doesn't really want to listen to us. He just
I don't
wants
really
this
give a
bit.
shit about games industry or production
He
challenges.
just wants the winning.
I just want to come up with stupid fucking game ideas and force you to listen to them. That's
all it is.
That is
Yeah.
my fucking raison d'etre as far as this is concerned. Okay.
Life goals.
Hey, hurry up.
All right, fine. Game number 1.
False.
Yeah, let's just call it out now. and
Yeah, we
I'm
should.
with it.
Looks false. Next.
Okay.
Game number 2.
Game number 2. All right,
True.
hang on.
It's true.
Come on, I spend up to 5
4
minutes doing this.
With your agent. Yeah.
No, I write these all.
Okay.
I do these all myself, man. These are all genuinely, absolutely and utterly made up by me. Game number 1, Wax Heads. Wax Heads is a cozy punk narrative sim about working in a struggling record store. Chat to quirky customers with unique tastes, explore a handcrafted record collection, fall in love with bands and their drama, or just slack off with your colleagues. Whatever gets everyone's groove back. That's game number 1, Wax Heads. Game number 2, Everything is Crab. The Animal Evolution The Animal Evolution roguelike. Hunt, flee, scavenge, and thrive in a living ecosystem. Choose from 125 plus evolutions and specializations for unique creature combinations in every run. Adapt to survive the natural curve in order to beat carcinization or get Darwined trying.
Wow.
Game number 2, Everything is Crab. Game number 3, Drayton Incorporated. Newspapers don't write themselves, and they don't print themselves either. You've been hired to manage the factory that does just that. Walk the floor, keep the team working hard, and get the news out on time. Can you keep the lines rolling, or will you have to stop the press? Game number 3, Drayton Incorporated.
So, Tash, number 3 sounds so crap. It's probably a real one.
Yeah, everything. The last 2 just sound so boring.
What was the crab? Yeah, the crab one was just a bit meh.
It's weird. I don't know. So what, are we trying to find the false one or the true one?
I like the way we ask the rules every week as well. Like, well, what is this game again, Matt? Which one's false? Is it 2 false, 1 real?
I believe there was only 1 episode where I got it the wrong way round, to be fair. But in doing so, I have confused you. So I will reiterate. 3 games. 2 are real.
Yes,
1 is fake.
So we got to find
One is, we're going to find the fake one.
Yeah, we got to find the doozy.
I don't know. Everything is crab?
Let's go with crab, because it sounds like a crab game.
Oh.
Final answer?
No.
No, I don't know. All of the above?
Can we just tell us which one's the fake one and we'll go with that one? Then we win.
Right, Luke, wait, Luke. We'll pick 1 each, right? So you pick a number and I'll pick a number.
Let's try something else, Tash. Matt, I want you to look into the camera and say the titles of the games. Go.
Interesting. What do you think this is going to help with exactly?
Just do what you're told.
All right. Game number 1, Wax Heads. Game number 2, Everything is Crab. Game number 3, Drayton Incorporated.
Oh, he didn't phase, Tash. What do you think about his poker face? He's not blinked. Yeah.
Blunked.
Blunked. Mices.
Meese.
Heaps.
Blank
Shoop. Shoop. Yeah, the plural of sheeps is shoop.
Is
Shoops.
Yeah, the plural
earrings
of sheep is shoops.
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 Look at the shoopses!
Back in the room.
Back in the
Again,
room.
Come on.
I think I'm going to go with the crap one, the one that sounds really dull. It's the printing press, Tash.
Okay, you're going to go with the printing press.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Just because
It does
One.
sound
I'm going to say
dull.
wax heads.
Which one are you going to do?
I'm going to say wax heads is fake.
Is that the first one?
We are fighting the fake one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say that's fake.
Let's go with that then, because the crab one sounds relatively meh, but probably is a game. The paper pressing one, whatever it is, sounds so dull it probably is a game, which leaves the other one out that we forgot. Maybe it's that one.
Wax
Game
heads. I'm
number
going with
one
wax heads.
is the doozy. Go, Matt.
Oh, you were so close. It's actually Drayton Incorporated. It's the newspaper one. It's the fake one this time. Oh, it took everything in my power to fucking keep my poker face, guys. 'Cause
Wow,
you
that
were
was good.
you were nanoseconds
I did say
away.
to go with one each. I
Yeah,
said go
well-
with one.
Yeah, well, let's do that then. Let's go one each.
Yeah. There you go.
I go with the paper one. Tash, you go with the first one.
I didn't make the rules.
You did.
Okay, I did. But I will enforce them.
But that was your
No,
previous
you-
Matt. It's a different Matt. Yeah.
You
Don't
are
live in the shadow
you-
of your former self.
Yeah, well, don't we all? The gets
He's
worse
a
as you get older
glowing
as well,
shadow at
Ben.
the moment.
I am so sorry, but yeah, Wax Heads is real. I think that was out possibly this week. Everything is Crab. It's also fairly recently released as well. Drayton Incorporated is the one that I just completely made up.
Man, your imagination's boring if that's what it came up with.
Ah, you see, you say that. However, or was it a tactical move on my part to throw you off the
Don't
scent?
say it was tactical. You just sat there and went, oh, look, a newspaper. Newspaper print.
He's like, this sounds incredibly dull. They won't. They're going to think this is a real game.
That's exactly what I was thinking when I wrote it. I will write something that sounds so mundane that they will just think it's a real game. Because, like,
Some of the
when I
games
was-
have been real. Yeah.
yeah,
Next, it's
Um,
going to be a game about a tape measure.
maybe.
Do you know what we should do? We should
Interesting.
do a session where we play all the games that we guessed incorrectly for a laugh.
Okay.
No.
I do want to. I want to
So
start.
I don't
kind
want
of-
to play games.
No, I don't want to make. I just want to make them.
I don't
want
like
to play them.
games.
I just want to go to the gym and lift the heavy stuff.
All right,
and
let's go
come
lift
home.
some
Fair
heavy
enough.
weights with Tash if you play the crappy games.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I like to straddle
Yin and the
both
yang.
worlds, so to speak. I go
you
to the
do.
gym and I lift heavy things, but I also sit on my ass and play video games a lot as well. Right. Moving on. I dub we round it all off by trying to name the episode based on the conversation that we had. And no, we can't have cat on the roof or whatever it is you pitched
Yeah, but that
earlier.
was the only fun thing. The other one's like, what's our catchphrase?
Cat was on the roof. Cat was on the roof, but you missed it.
We've had cats in the cupboard, so we can't have more cat related.
We can only have one cat for the whole.
Fine.
What if we get to like 300 episodes, Matt? Are you going to be looking back and saying, well, we can't do that topic again?
Yes.
Are you? Right, okay. I need 300 unique topics or we have to cancel. Wow.
I've said this repeatedly, I'll say it again, but like my attitude as far as the games industry hot topic is concerned is like one and done.
One and done.
Yeah.
I dubbed the one and done.
One and done.
One and done.
One and done.
No notes.
So the
No notes. Fantastic.
this
Great.
this episode shall be called No Catchphrase.
No catchphrases?
No catchphrase.
I think that we need catchphrases. I think that it will endear us to people.
Do you think?
I don't know. I've got no fucking idea.
I'm plenty endearing. What earth are you talking about?
I think it just happened and you go, oh look, we didn't force it.
I think you have to force.
No.
I think you have to force a catchphrase to start with, like, otherwise it won't stick. What do
That's
you mean?
such
Why?
a marketing way of thinking.
Yeah.
But that's not creative. That's just
Marketing
elbowing.
is creative,
Yeah.
but it's just like it's enforced creativity.
Enforced mandatory creativity.
You
Mandatory
will be
creative.
creative, Stevie Wonder.
You will.
Ah.
Maybe there's the episode name, Spinny Heads.
Bobbleheads.
Spinny heads. That was
Spinny
wavy
heads.
heads, not spinny heads.
I
Spinny
was
heads
spinning.
is like
Wavy
that.
heads then.
Wavy
Bobbleheads.
heads.
That's
Bobbleheads.
no, it's not bobbleheads. That's trademarked. I don't think we'd get away with that.
Yeah, no, just wobbling heads.
If you are listening to this,
Oh, is this still recording? Are we still on? Is this thing on?
Is this
Yeah.
thing on?
Donk, donk.
I'm
I
happy to
dubbed
go
the,
with-
is this thing on?
Is
Is
this thing on? I'm happy to go with one and done.
One and done.
One and done.
All right. I dub the one and done.
Done.
Done. This is Done.
All right. Okay, that's enough of that nonsense. Right. All that is left to do is to thank Luke Timms, Tash
Thank you.
Nathani, and you, our glorious listener, for tuning in. Feel free to reach out to us at GameProdPod at proton.me, or follow us on Linktree, or like whatever the fuck Linktree does. do a Linktree.
It's a page of links.
There you
It
go.
doesn't even look
Excellent.
like a tree.
We have a thing. We follow the trends, but we're past the millennial stage. It's like,
Do a Linktree at
Do a
GameProdPod. I liked her last album.
Yeah. Like
No?
and subscribe.
All right, cool. We'll be back next time with
Click the
more
bell.
hot topics, maybe a production challenge, more true or Flase, of which I am the reigning champion, and much, much more. We will see you next time. Don't be bad losers.